Hey everyone, it's Sir Stakos back with another video, so thank you for tuning in. Today I'm here with something different. So this time, this is not a Kickstarter game. This is Megaland by Ryan Laukat and his wife, Mallory Laukat. So you might know him from games like Rome or Above and Below, Near and Far, or even Sleeping Gods, which is on its way now to my doorstep. So that will be a game I will be unboxing and looking at too on my channel as soon as it arrives, hopefully this week. And Megaland, because I'm a huge fan of Rome and I played Above and Below just the other day, and it's a great game. And Sleeping Gods looks looks awesome too. Looks very fun too. So I got this one, and I think I played it now 4 times already. Although I only have it, I've only have it for had it for 1 or 2 weeks. So I would like to show that to you too, in case you don't know it yet. So I don't know how hard this is to get. Here in Germany, it was pretty tough to get, but it was actually possible, and even the English version. So let me just show the game to you. First of all, the first thing you will see is that the insert is phenomenal. You got a really awesome insert. You have 17 stacks of cards that can be put in here like this, upright. Also, you have another 6 stack of cards that can be put in here in these little spaces, so that's really awesome. And then you have a tray here with all the tokens you need. And they are also arranged greatly. I mean, these are just put in here, that's fine. And then you have the coins that you can take out very, very easily. So this is something that a lot of game designers um, should try to imitate. It's great just setting up this game. To set up this game, it's really, really fast. So what do you do in this game? Mainly, this is a push your luck game. Um, but it's kind of modeled after a video game thematically. So the players, let me just take one of those. Come on, let me open that bag here. So every player will take one of these characters as a standee and put it in the level. Let me just lie it down so you can see it a little bit better from the front, but it should be standing up. And then you see you have these level cards. And these level cards, oh, these are not all. I missed a few. There we go. These level cards are always the same. Um, each player receives a card where the health is tracked. And here you see what types of cards are still available. So 3 cards without any effects, 3 cards with 1 damage, 2 with 2 damage, 1 card with 3 damage, and 1 where you get an item. And they are always the same cards in a level, in a run. And when a player runs the level, the first card is turned over. Each player has 4 health in the beginning. As you can see here, these 4 tokens. And with each damage the player takes, 1 heart is slid over from the health pool to the injury side. And then the player decides, do I want to continue with the level, yes or no? If the player decides to do so, the player takes one of these treasure cards. So this is like some kind of crystal on here. We'll take that treasure card, and then the run continues. Then the next card is turned over. Oh, nothing happens. Great. So the player says, well, I'm going to stay in there for sure. Of course, it's already a risk because the player only has 3 hearts left, and there actually is a card in there that does 3 damage, but it's only 1 card. You can see there's still a lot of cards left. 3, 6, 8 cards. So there's a 12.5% chance now that the player will die. Or in this game it's called fall. It will fall down the level. So it's only 12.5% chance, so the player decides to continue, takes another treasure card, and then continues. And again, a card where nothing happens. So this continues until the player either falls, so decides to stay in and then dies because he or she has no hearts left, and then the player will lose all treasures. Or the player decides to exit the level before they could fall. So it will exit the level and take all treasures that he or she has collected up until then. That's always the first part of the game. This part is played by all players simultaneously. All players will be put here on the level screen, and the players can exit the level whenever they want to. If only one player stays in and all other three have left the level, well, the only one player, can continue. When everybody has left the level, the second phase will begin. The second phase is the buy phase. So we have a lot of buildings here that we will set up in the beginning. I'm not going to set up all of them, but you see there are 3 stacks down here. These buildings have a star noted at the top right. So these will be put into every game. So we will put all 6 stacks here at the top. And also we will add 7 stacks of these 17 different buildings. So that means there is some kind of variation each game, because you will pick 7 of these 17 for one game. So let's just pick that one, and the next game you might pick other ones. So you will always have some kind of variety, but not too much. So you will have the top 6 buildings are always going to be the same every game, and the lower buildings might change, or they might not. Or you can, I always pick them at random because it makes the game more fun and more exciting. You can also just pick buildings you like the most. So you will have 6 buildings at the top, 7 at the bottom, and then each player will start buying buildings. The player with the first player marker, that also is a standee, um, will start. Will start buying buildings. How do you buy buildings? With the treasures you received. So to actually buy a building, you see the cost at the lower at the top left. So that's 4 treasures, 2 and 1 treasure, and you always need to hand in different kinds of treasures. I think there are 6 different kinds. So if I had these 2 different treasures, I could now buy the hospital or the cafe or the sandwich stand. I'm only allowed to buy one type of building each round. I can own several sandwich stands, but only buy one of that type each round. But that's not all I can buy. If I say I don't want to buy a building or I don't have the resources I need, I can also buy hearts. So you see, we only have 4 hearts in the beginning, which is not a lot. We have to exit levels very, very early. This was a lucky run here, but usually we have to exit very early. We don't get a lot of treasure, but there is a way to actually get more hearts. If I could find the card, there we go. There's another card placed on the table. Let me pull that up closer for you. Here you can see if you play 2, 3, 4, or 5 treasures, you receive a 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th heart. You can have a maximum of 8 hearts, and these need to be, as noted here, matching. So if you hand in 2 matching treasures, for example these 2, if you hand these in, you will receive another heart, which is very, very, very crucial. Believe me, the more hearts you have, the longer you stay in the level, the more treasures you get. In the beginning, you might exit with only 1 treasure, or 2, or 3, maybe 4 if you're very lucky. But that's it. Later on, you can exit the level with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 treasures. You can really, if you're very lucky, you can actually, if you have the correct, like the perfect buildings and all the hearts, and you are lucky with your draw, you can almost run the entire level later on. It's possible. Hard, but possible. That's the second phase. So the starting player will buy everything he or she wants to, and then all the other players around the table will do the same. Then the third phase begins. That's the night phase. In the night phase, all hearts on the injury side will be pushed back to the left. Also, the level will be put together in the pile again, in the stack of cards again, and reshuffled, made ready for the next time. The first player token will be handed off to the next player. So here you go, imaginary player. Have fun, starting next round. And also, all remaining treasures that the players did not spend are discarded. Because you need to spend your treasure. There is one exception to the rule though. For each building has a basement, an imaginary basement. So let's say I have the sandwich stand. I can use the basement to store one treasure. That's very crucial, a very crucial tactic too, because you will need, or if you should store some treasures for the next rounds, so you can actually get 4, 5, 6 different treasures or the same treasures for hearts to actually collect the exact treasures you need, because you will not always get all the treasures you need in a run. So if you have 5 buildings, you can store 5 treasures. And that's pretty much the game. That's the round, and then the next round commences. What is the endgame goal here? The endgame goal is not to have treasures, not to have buildings. The endgame goal is to have coins. You see, the sandwich stand gives me a coin when I buy it. Only that one time, and that's it. The hospital gives me 2 coins. 2 coins each time a player to my left or right falls in the level. That's a pretty gruesome card, but hey, I get coins. Or here, the root market gives me 4 coins, just one time. So there are lots of ways to get coins through the buildings. And the player who first, as soon as one player reaches the 20 coin mark, so has at least 20 coins, the game ends. And then after that round is played through, like the play through the night phase and everything until the end, then the game ends and all coin totals are tallied. Whoever has the most coins wins the game. That's pretty much the overview. I think I did not miss any crucial rules. That's pretty much it. Would I recommend this game? Yes, wholeheartedly. This is a great game. I played this with several people and they all loved it. The nice thing, it's a very simple game. You can explain it in 5 to 10 minutes maximum, and it's played in, let's say, around 40, 45 minutes, and it's really fun. When you're done playing this game, usually we want to play another round. Just have a rematch because one of us won, and the other person says, nope, now I want to win. And it's possible, actually. So it's always, there's a lot of luck in this game, but you can mitigate the luck a little bit by buying hearts early, by storing treasures and trying to manage that. Because you can actually, this is one thing that a lot of pushy luck games don't have. In this one, you can calculate the risk of you losing everything because you know how many cards are in there with 1, 2, 3 damage, no damage, or whatever. And if the 3 damage and 2 do damage are already gone, and you still have 2 hearts left, well, you can just run the level because there are only cards with 1 damage left. And one of these cards you will survive at least, so you can just run the level, whatever, until the next hazard comes up. So you can actually calculate quite a lot, which I highly appreciate. That's what makes the game even more fun because it's not only luck. You can stop running the level. If you only have 3 hearts left and the 3 damage card is still in there, well, it's pretty much your own fault that you try to push your luck. But that's the gist of the game. So if you can pick this up at some point, I would highly suggest it. Unfortunately, I think it's only playable up to 4 players, I think, right? I'm not quite sure yet. I would have to check again. Oh no, it's 5 players. So it's 5 players, so that's okay. That's actually not too bad. So yeah, if you can pick this up someplace. It's a game that doesn't take a lot of time to explain. It's quite simple. You can play with everyone, and it's fun. It's pretty fun, and of course, one thing I really love, it does not play in Arceum, the world most of Ryan's other games play in, but still the artwork is just phenomenal again. It's great. I do like the artwork of Above and Below and Rome, like the Arceum artwork, a little bit better, but still, it's great artwork. It looks really nice, really endearing. So you see that a lot of care was taken to illustrate this as usual. So yes, high recommendation. And if you own the game and played it, or if you plan to pick it up, please let me know in the comments how you like it. but I think this is a great game that fits into any collection. And it's my favorite push your luck game. So yeah, let me know in the comments or get in contact with me via Twitter and let me know. And otherwise, I will see you in the next video. All right, thanks for sticking around. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.